Right, and we are back with Pete's thing. Pete, what you got?
Okay, I'll go.
Let me hold it.
Yeah, we'll switch the order. We'll go with Pete.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. We're with Link.
No, we're Pete now. We've done it. We've said it.
No,
we did it.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Hill Project. Last week we had my 27 club. We haven't had a chance to see it because we're filming it all in one big go. But next up is Link with something. I don't know what he's got. You'll know. I won't. Pete probably knows because he's a prick and he was talking to him beforehand.
I don't know.
Hi everyone. Can I just please ask you to like the video for me whilst we're here? And then maybe subscribe if you haven't already. And if you don't like it, you can always reverse those decisions later, can't you? Back to the content. Bye. Okay.
I don't.
Okay. So, Link, what you got?
So, I'm going to talk to you all
You have a question?
about Disney Frozen.
No, you're not.
I absolutely am.
So
He said to me, "I'm going to talk to you about Frozen." I went, "Are you really? What do you say?" And he went, "Nothing." And I thought he was taking the mick.
I'm going to talk to you about Disney's Frozen.
Right, can I just jump in? I thought you might do something along this lines because you mentioned something on our Discord earlier in the week.
I think that what I'm going to do is something completely different to what you're thinking. Though.
Oh no! I knew you were going you might have done something like that, but I wasn't sure.
Do have it written out. So let me pull my notes up, and I will have a little read for you guys.
Readings for rich people.
So there are two kinds of people in the world. There are those that like something Disney, like some sort of Disney stuff, and there are liars.
Oh yeah,
let's face it. Everybody likes something that Disney's made. Everybody. There's no exception to that. Go on, Pete, try. I can see you itching like you want to argue with that. I guarantee you like something that Disney's made.
Disney and Pixar have worked together, and I love Pixar.
Yeah. Well,
that don't count.
After watching the movies over and over again, you may find yourself looking elsewhere to get your Disney fix. Cue. Especially detailed fan theories. And what I want to talk to you about today, it's not. Lilo and Nanny's parents from Lilo and Stitch were in the CIA. It's not. Wheezy from Toy Story 2 was secretly a villain. It's not. The book Belle describes at the beginning of Beauty and the Beast is actually Sleeping Beauty. It's not. Boo from Monsters, Inc. is actually the witch in Brave. It's not. Emily from Toy Story 2 is actually Andy's mum. It's not. Tarzan. Tarzan's Jane is descended from Princess Belle. It's not. Elsa and Anna are Rapunzel's cousins. It's not. The King and Queen of Arendelle died on the way to Rapunzel's wedding. It's not. Ariel may have found the sunken ship of the Queen and King of Arendelle. And it's also not. The King and Queen survived the wreck and became Tarzan's parents. But on the note of Frozen, you may have ever wondered, why is Disney's Frozen called Disney Frozen?
As opposed to just Frozen.
Tonight I will explain a theory as to why in the very name Disney Frozen. On December 15th, 1966, animation legend Walt Disney died from complications of lung cancer.
He wasn't 27, was he?
He wasn't 27. No, he was not.
Amazing.
For which he had undergone surgery just over a month earlier. A private funeral was held the next day, and on December 17th, his body was cremated and interred at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale, California. But while Disney undoubtedly lives on through the legacy and the beloved feature films and theme parks that comprise much of his life's work, shortly after his death, a rumor began to circulate that he might be living on in a more literal sense as well, with his body suspended in a frozen state and buried deep beneath the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland in Anaheim, California. Mm-hmm. Awaiting the day when medical technology would become advanced enough to reanimate the animator.
Mm-hmm.
It all started just after Walt Disney's death. According to PBS, In early 1967, a few weeks after Disney's death on December the 15th, 1966, a reporter for a tabloid newspaper called the National Spotlight claimed he had snuck into St. Joseph's Hospital in Burbank, directly across the street from the Disney studios, and where he was treated during his final illness. Dr. Howard Markle wrote, as the story went, the reporter disguised himself as an orderly, broke into the storage room and saw the deceased Disney suspended in a cryogenic metal cylinder.
Creepy.
But if Mr. Disney is cryogenically frozen or not is not the theory I want to discuss.
I've
God's
heard
sake.
that.
I told you there's a lot of theories here, that there's only one of them that I'm going to talk about. Mine is simply that Disney marketed the film as Disney Frozen to change the internet search histories and programs for people on Google, etc., and it worked. From 2013, the internet search results for Disney Frozen have never been the same. The 2013 3D computer-animated musical Walt Disney Animation Studios film Frozen was inspired by The Snow Queen and closely followed the original Anderson story earlier in the film's development. So why wasn't it named The Ice Princess, or Arendelle Winter, or even Anna and the Snow Queen, as it is still called in Japan, or The Snow Queen, as it's called in France, or Land of Ice, as it's still called in Poland?
I like that one.
So let's discuss it. Or I guess we could always just let it go.
For God's sake. I get the theory.
Yeah. Can I just say something that I have just typed in? Walt Disney Frozen.
Yeah, if you type in Walt Disney, it still comes
different.
up.
Yeah,
But if you just type in Disney
it's
Frozen...
True, it's true. It's true.
So,
I have heard...
But if you'd have typed in Disney Frozen before 2013, it would have come up with Walt Disney Frozen.
You would have, because I have heard that he's in a chamber. I don't know when.
I've heard that lots, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
So,
I actually forgot about it, but I've heard it.
So I can't remember if you said on there, Link, where Frozen is actually based, what Frozen is based on. Did you mention that?
It's based on a book called The Snow Queen.
Yep, you got it. Okay,
By Anderson.
By Hans Christian
something.
Andersen.
Hans Christian Andersen, that's the one.
Which would explain why you have Sven and Olaf. And
the thing is that that's a very famous book anyway. Mm-hmm. So to change the name, even though it's based on that, it would have been like, really? Why? Because it's a really famous book from a really famous writer anyway.
But then, I mean, it's Disney. Did they just want to avoid having to pay them money?
Well, they would have had to take the rights to that anyway.
No,
surely they have to pay
they'll
something.
already own the rights to it.
It's a very famous book. It's not like they could just do it on the sly and no one would have heard of it. The thing is, they would have had to buy rights to do this for that. It's such a rip-off of the book.
Mm-hmm.
So they would have paid for rights, but then so why not keep the name, I suppose, yeah.
So I've got...
I can pepper holes through my own conspiracy theory anyway. I'll save that until you guys have had your shots first.
It does make sense to take it off of the... even if it was just a rumour they wanted to get rid of. It's worked to get it off of Google.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does work. What if you just type in just Frozen though?
Right, it'll probably still come up with
thing.
Frozen. Yeah,
pretty much the exact same thing, except from
Frozen
the musical as well.
But if you notice, whenever you see it advertised, a lot of the time it will be advertised as Disney's Frozen rather than just Frozen.
I mean, I get that logic. I get that. I will point out.
That your fingers smell really good today.
I'm thinking that you've got me thinking.
As I knew of this before and I've heard of it, but it's a good point. I haven't heard of it for a long time and completely forgot about it until you said about being underneath the ride, and I was like, oh yeah, I know exactly what he's going to do now. But yeah, because it's not ever been mentioned for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, I've got about 12 different conspiracy theories all within this. There is a lot of stuff all based around, Disney. Disney's got like a whole wormhole of a rabbit hole of things that you can go through
Disney's
there
a
are
lot.
so
they said
many
it's a-
conspiracies and
Yeah, they said Disney's a lot darker place than.
Oh, yeah,
what-
yeah.
Oh yeah, that, I mean, I think that one's kind of a given. I think
Yeah.
we could spend and do like a full 2-hour podcast just on Disney alone. I'm struggling to poke holes in the logic.
It works for that. To
I,
get rid of.
Do I believe it as a theory completely? Not completely. Like there's reasons why you drop it as you drop Snow Queen and change it to Frozen. There is a
Like you said,
which came out. Did Tangled came out first?
Mhm.
Like it was a part of simplicity, and they've done it with a lot of their films. So they've started dropping and like they've got like Frozen, they've got Tangled, you've got Coco, you've even got the new one Soul. Like they're all one word, and I can't remember which order they came in, but maybe Frozen was the sort of the start of it. I even in fact, I don't think Bolt Pixar. I think even Bolt is one. I don't think that's Pixar.
I think it was Disney. It was Disney Pixar. I think it was part of the time.
But yeah, that's what I meant. But
Yeah.
I don't think it was. No, it wasn't.
But even
It wasn't a Pixar. So again, it was another one. That was an actual Disney
even
film.
Toy Story.
But still, what do you mean? That kind of pokes a hole in my logic.
No, Toy Story. It's just they used to was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It was like really long titles. They shortened all of their titles. A lot of them.
Yeah,
I don't think Toy Story is a good example.
I
of
get
that,
what
to
you're
be honest
saying.
with
Yeah,
you.
I don't like my theories were better. So let me just type in a list of Disney films. Like, but again, you could look at it the
Right,
other way.
so I'm gonna give you the marketing reason because I have done more research.
I was about to
into
say,
this,
all I
obviously.
say is one thing. You said it was to get rid of that searcher for Google.
Okay.
Like the internet searches.
And it
that
worked.
works. It's
Oh
that
yeah.
works.
No, well, I mean that
For
was,
that reason
the
alone,
very
That's
that was
works.
the very opening argument is that they changed it and it worked.
Yeah.
And I still think that is a reason. I will say, the implication, the entire reason for the movie's existence is for that reason. Isn't what I'm going for. What I'm saying is that there may have been a deciding factor in the title for the movie, not the whole reason for the title. So I will say that I've been reading through a lot of other things, and in marketing and things, one of the reasons that they're not putting the word princess or queen, etc., in their titles anymore is because they want to try and get boys to watch their films as well.
Okay, that's good marketing.
So it's down to marketing on that front, which
That's-
I understand
That's not down to
completely.
the kids. Like the kids don't care, but it's the parents, isn't it? They
Mm-hmm.
no, some parents are like that still. No kid of mine.
I mean, some kids are like that as well. To be fair, 12-year-old lad's going to go.
But
I don't want to watch Princess.
But that's only because they've been
It's just
taught.
not happening.
It's only because they've been taught that as well, though, mate. That is. They've been taught that from an age. Like they've been told these things. It's been fed into them. Whether it's been intentionally fed into them,
I think it's unfair. I think on that front though, it's unfair to say all, and this is me that said it. It's unfair for me to say no kids can want to do because they do, But there are
I get
there are a lesser majority that will still go and watch a princess movie compared to like an older considering like. I've still never watched, and you guys are going to hate me for this, but I've never watched Princess Bride, and I've heard that I really need to go watch that film.
I haven't, in all fairness.
And to be honest with you, it's probably for that exact reason that I'm just like Princess Bride. Yeah, I don't.
There was one reason.
Like,
there was
just-
only one reason I'd ever wanted to watch it, and I never.
for Andre. Yeah.
I never did.
But I'll be honest. I think. Yeah, I mean, even adults, it's the same thing. Like, it took me forever to watch Frozen because I was like, I didn't want to watch Frozen, and now like my daughter wanted to watch Frozen today. And that split second she went, let's put on Elsa. I was like, let's do it. And then she decided she didn't want to, and I was like, oh, I wanted to watch it.
I've never seen it.
So I get that from the market.
What Frozen?
Yeah, I've never
It's
seen
good,
it.
mate. It's good.
But
What?
the thing is, my daughter was 15. Even at the time, my nieces watch it, but my daughter was like, really? She was at that age. So, yeah, I've never sat down and watched it.
You're gonna have to watch it.
It's not a bad film, mate. It's not.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't even mind. I'm more Pixar than Disney kind of thing, but yeah.
I
So-
don't know where to go with it. I
think in certain things it makes sense.
Well, I
How it
mean,
works.
think of it this way. Maybe if Disney on Ice would have been more successful, we wouldn't have got Frozen as we know it.
Maybe Disney's under ice. That's the problem.
maybe.
Disney's in ice.
There was also a whole conspiracy theory that he was supposed to be getting revived in December, just gone
All right.
as well. Like that was supposed to be him. He was supposed to be getting thawed out, and it's like it's not true. Like I read it and I was just like, yeah, that's enough Disney for today. But yeah, there are some absolutely wild links, like the Pixar conspiracies as well, like whether every single film is supposed to be linked, or in the same universe.
I like
and
that.
such.
I like the
There
whole
are
universe
some
thing.
absolutely crazy stuff all with that. But like I say, a lot of that's also linked with things like, you know, the Tarzan being linked with Tangled, and with the Elsa and Anna and Frozen and just that all being linked up together as well.
With the
I think that's
Pixar
really
thing, I
cool.
think what's really cool is the reason a lot of people do it as well. They have a lot of Easter eggs of older films in these
inside
worlds.
them.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like Lightning McQueen's. I think there's a Lightning McQueen car in Monsters Inc. and things like that.
So one of the holes when I was going through all of the conspiracies and things, Cars is one of the biggest holes in their theory, in the whole theory, for the whole linked universe thing. But we will save the linked universe thing and do that for another episode,
That's a good one. Yeah.
because I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, it would do, definitely.
But yeah, I mean, what? Same as the last podcast, guys. What is your opinions on the whole Frozen being a conspiracy to cover up Mr. Walt being cryogenically frozen?
Do you know what? It's one I can believe in. It's one I can believe in. Not completely, but it's one I can see them going, hey, this would do this as well. This would be perfect.
Yeah.
You know, it just is an added bonus in their deciding factors for why to call it whichever name. I can see that being something.
Yeah,
that
I could
would
definitely
have,
see
would
it
have
in
come
a
up.
factor. The reason, I don't necessarily think it would be that. I could see it definitely being a factor if someone thought about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know in the comments, guys. And as always, please leave a like, share, subscribe, and we will catch you in Pete's one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
See ya.
Peace.
Kind of Rob Pete's one there. Sorry, guys.
I can do snow magic. Wanna see?
Can you for him?
And like that, we've been copyright claimed.
What a banger.